Welcome everybody, Jen Hilman here. I'm coming at you with a new pose breakdown video. And this is where you can come and learn the mechanics of all of these yoga poses that we're doing in our classes, so you can actually have a good understanding of what you're doing in those poses and to make sure you're practicing safely so you don't injure yourself over the long run. So we want our yoga practice to be healing and not something that's going to hurt us. So thanks for joining me today. Our topic of conversation today is Cobra versus upward facing dog. So we are looking at two poses that are basically two different variations of the same pose. Now, upward facing dog is practiced a lot in classes, and the truth is it's a very advanced variation. It takes a lot of strength and stamina to work into your upward facing dog. So Cobra is the perfect starting point to build your strength, to really master your alignment, get the strength and stamina that you're going to need to advance your pose into upward facing dog. Now, most frequently, we see these two poses incorporated in the typical sun salutation video. And if you need some more understanding of sun salutation, you can visit my sun salutation flow on the VHX Jen Hilman community. We often see Cobra pose and upward facing dog occurring in that sequence of poses. So it's a transition pose. So we will start by taking a look at the mechanics of Cobra pose. Okay. To start our practice of Cobra pose, we're going to begin lying on your tummy. So we are doing a belly down back bend, essentially. So Cobra pose works to help strengthen the muscles in our back, to help correct poor posture and relieve back pain in the upper back. So it takes a lot of back strength. We'll start by placing your hands alongside your chest. Spread your fingertips wide apart so that your hands are very strong and powerful and right alongside your chest. Point your elbows up towards the ceiling and squeeze your arms alongside your body so they're not just flailing out to the side. Really want to hold and squeeze your arms in. Now, the first step to our Cobra pose is to lift the shoulders up. So you want to think about the head of your shoulder rolling up towards the sky, right? So we can lift both shoulders up, and you'll see or feel a squeeze between your shoulders, and this is where a lot of us carry tension. So squeeze and lift through the tops of your shoulders, and then lengthen out through the crown of your head, and as you inhale your breath, you start to curl your heart up as high as you can. But make sure that your shoulders keep reaching down. You're feeling that squeeze in your upper back. Oftentimes, we'll shrug our shoulders and kind of sink into it, relying really on the strength of our arms as opposed to the strength of your back. So if that's you, come back down and we restart. Spread your fingertips wide apart, pressing your hands firmly into the mat. Hug your arms close alongside your body. Roll the tops of your shoulders up and back. So you're going to feel those shoulder blades squeezing together. Then as you inhale your breath, lengthen through your spine and curl your heart up. You can think about reaching your elbows down towards your hips. Lengthen your neck like you were a little turtle sticking its neck out, right? So really, really nice and long here. You're gonna feel your entire upper back working here. So take one more inhale, lift your heart up. And as you exhale, push yourself back into a little child's pose. So you're coming all the way down. Let your hips sink to your heels and the crown of your head rest down towards the earth. Relax your arms and hands, letting them take a little break here. You could even kind of roll it out or shake them around if that feels good. And as you breathe, expand into your back body. Really breathe into the backs of your lungs, the backs of your shoulders, where you were just doing all of that work. Stretch it out with each deep breath. And we'll start to press ourselves all the way up. And then we can start to talk about our upward facing dog. So that cobra pose, as you can see, it starts to build strength in the hands, starts to build strength in the back, as well as opening up any tension through the heart and chest. But upward facing dog takes it another step further as we actually start to lift up out of the pose and build into the strength of our arms, hands, and wrists. So we'll start by coming forward onto our belly, just like we did for our cobra pose. So normally we would move in the sun salutation into upward facing dog from chaturanga. But for our purposes today, we'll start by practicing from cobra pose. So the idea is the same. Your hands are spread wide on your mat, pushing down into your hands. Roll your shoulders up towards the sky and engage the strength of your upper back. And inhale your breath and curl your heart up. Now to move into our up dog, tuck your toes underneath you. Lift through your knees, strengthening your legs. We're gonna push up. Roll yourself forward to the tops of your feet. Then roll your shoulders back. So you'll see the knees are lifted, so only the tops of your feet are on the floor. The shoulders are stacking over the elbows, and this is a very deep back bend. You can come from here right back into your child's pose, taking a break to stretch your back. So just take a couple of deep breaths here into your child's pose, releasing that tension through your back, and just feel the difference between the two poses. And if you're not able to fully extend into that upward facing dog today, it's no problem. Cobra pose is a very strong and powerful pose, and I practice cobra pose probably a lot more often than I do upward facing dog. And it's not because I can't, it's because I can get all the work and strength I need out of that cobra pose without even having to do up dog. So if you're not quite there, if you're not owning your up dog just yet, don't worry about it. Keep working your cobra pose. And so we are going to take one more back bend here. If you want to keep working that cobra pose, I highly recommend it. Do your very best, make it your best cobra pose and get that strength you need. And I'm going to talk us through upward facing dog again for those of us that are ready for the challenge. So take one more deep breath. Exhale and let it go. Okay, then lift your gaze. Walk your hands forward, coming all the way down onto your tummy. Now just doing these few cobras or up dogs, you are going to feel so much more strong and powerful in your upper back. You're going to love it. This is really going to help with your back pain over the long run. So it might be hard now, but the rewards are great. So we'll start by setting up just like our cobra pose. For some of you, this might be where we're working today. Spread your hands wide. Really make your legs strong behind you. Lift your shoulders up towards the sky and squeeze your upper back. Hug your arms alongside your body. Draw your elbows down. Inhale your breath. Curl your heart up. Lengthen your neck. Find your best Cobra pose. And if you're taking it all the way to up dog, tuck your toes underneath you, lift your knees and legs, push yourself up and roll to the tops of your feet. Draw your shoulder blades back, reach your heart forward through your arms, spread your hands wide and push into the floor. Then we can come back into our child's pose, stretching it out one more time. Take 3 full deep breaths right here in your child's pose. So there's no need to rush. Give yourself those full, lengthy breaths. And soften into your spine, releasing any tension or stress, letting it go. And at the end of your third exhale, you can slide your hands back towards your knees and press yourself all the way up. So if you want to come to sitting on your bottom, you can. You can just stay here in kneeling and just feel that tingle, the residue of the practice as it just vibrates through your spine, feeling that sense of opening and strength that you've cultivated inside yourself. Thank you so much for joining me and following along in this pose breakdown. I hope that it's brought some clarity and understanding to your practice and that you are practicing safely and practicing well so that you can enjoy your yoga practice for a lifetime. Don't forget to visit my website, jenhilman.com, to find info on new classes and workshops and other videos that we've posted. And please visit my new subscription service, jenhilmancommunity.vhx.tv, where we have loads more videos that are not on YouTube, tons of exclusive content for you to deepen your practice. You guys have a fantastic day, and we'll see you next time. Namaste.